Hotep Senuhena, Senut E, Tiren, Ishaka, Nugu, Kemet. Oh, we already have Big in a place to be. Thanks once again for that nice donation you made yesterday. The title of this video, brothers and sisters, so let me say it again just in case. Hotep Senu, Hena Senut, E, Tiren, Ishaka, Nugu, Kemet. The title of this video is Walter Williams' $1,000 Hieroglyphic Challenge. There is currently a live stream on Sinator Studio entitled Professor Walter Williams, The Medunetta Have Never Been Deciphered, The Origins of the Black Israelites. And I will play the challenge issued by Walter Williams. Let me start sharing right now so we can get straight to the nitty-gritty. Now it's going to be that one. So is that, or is that way around? Okay. I hope I have the right one there though. Restart there. Well, let's try it anyway. It's not going to hurt.
You can translate some of it, right? All right. Pick out one hieroglyphic that you think that you can translate and tell me that what the ancient Egyptians who drew those symbols meant for them to be. Not what Reggie meant for them to be, or anybody, and I'll give you $1,000.
You've heard Walter Williams. He said pick up any hieroglyphic symbol that the ancient Egyptians drew. And we should just tell Walter Williams what it means, and he will give $1,000. He issued that challenge several times. I will play some other times when he issued it. Now, the one that I played wasn't that one. Okay, well, was it that one? All right, let's play it again. I wasn't sharing. Let me put it there. Just have a few, that's why. So now, well, it shows the same order, bloody hell. Why do I still have to look for the right one? Okay, let's listen to this one. Oh, that's the right one. That's great.
What I would suggest.
No, it's not the right one. So this one is for after. Let's try this one.
You can translate some of it, right? All right. Pick out one hieroglyphic that you think that you can translate, and tell me that what the ancient Egyptians who drew those symbols meant for them to be. Not what Reggie meant for them to be, or anybody, and I'll give you $1,000.
All right. I hope you heard it. I hope it was loud and clear. So, could you hear that big? Or anybody else? Let me know in the chat. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did anybody hear that? Okay, thank you. We also run with who wrote yes, and Big who wrote yes, and Dion Florence who wrote yes. Thank you, and welcome to you all. Now let me share this. This is taken from Sir Alan Gardner's Egyptian Grammar. The glyph is an I. Is Gardner reference D4? And it's an ideogram for an eye. That's a glyph that the ancient Egyptians drew on many artifacts. It is an eye, and the meaning is an eye. Tell him you can send the money to paypal.me/Maab forever if he wants to. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. The other same book, Egyptian Grammar by Gardner, reference E1. That's the glyph of a bull. What is the meaning of that glyph? A bull. Couldn't be easier. The I, that was page 450. The bull, that was page 458. Page 459 of Alan Gardner's Egyptian Grammar, we have the reference I3. It's a hieroglyphic of a cat, and it means cat. Easy, light work. Page 476 of Egyptian Grammar by Sir Alan Gardner. We have Gardner reference K1 and K2. Well, let's say K1. Is, as you can see, a fish. And it stands for fish, the booty fish. Page 478 of Alan Gardner's Egyptian Grammar. We have the glyph reference M1, which is a tree. And what does it mean? Tree. The meaning is tree. Page 504 of Alan Gardner's Egyptian Grammar. We have the glyph reference S1, which is the white crown of Upper Egypt. And the meaning is the white crown. Hejetet. Page 510 of Alan Gardner's Egyptian Grammar. We have reference T1, T2, and T3. T1 is a prehistoric mace. T2 is a mace with a pear-shaped head. And T3 is also a mace with a pear-shaped head. That one is just vertical. The other one is diagonal. What does it stand for? Mace for T1. For T3, we have what? Mace. T2 is for smite. Page 497 of Alan Gardner's Egyptian Grammar. We have the, or is it O? I think it's O40. I double check, but I think it's O40. Quite confident that's what it is. Indeed. Gardner reference O40. Stairway. What is the meaning of that hieroglyphic symbol? Stairway. Alan Gardner's Egyptian Grammar, page 498. We have the glyph reference P1, which is a boat. What is the meaning? Ship. What does it say here? Boat. Alan Gardner's Egyptian Grammar, page 500. We have the glyph reference Q1, and we have a seat. What is the meaning? Seat. Many people use the word throne. Reference Q2, portable seat. What does it stand for? Seat. And I think that's the last one. Oh, no, there's one that I missed. Probably the most important one, actually. So I will have to go back. Gardner reference, I'm sorry, Alan Gardner's Egyptian Grammar, page 511. We have the glyph reference T7, which is an axe. What is the meaning? Axe. Now, let me see the most important one. Where did I put it? I think I've put the wrong one, that's why. So bear with me, I won't be long. There it is. So I'm going to change that one. Make this smaller, maybe smaller. No, here. There you go. So I go back. What? What is this? Okay, and on share, and I'll share again. And I'll share again. Now if I share again. Alan Gardner's Egyptian Grammar, page 485. We have the glyph reference N5, which is a sun. What is the meaning? Sun. Ra. Some say Re. All right. So that was quite easy. Uh, whoever wants to holler at Walter Williams, we can, yeah, you can have 20%, or you can negotiate. We can do a little split. You know, but I'm not losing sleep over it. So before I started sharing, Big did right, but there's no winning the challenge. Then he wrote, there are no ancient Egyptians around to verify your findings. Well, for those who don't know, I went on the platform. I was waiting, but Otto Williams bounced, and I was going to ask him some questions. But I might keep the questions for myself if I ever have the opportunity to ask them, but I probably won't. He's quite advanced in age, so no. Big wrote, he didn't say what Gardner says it means. He said that the ancient Egyptians say it was. The way he framed the question, it's unwinnable. Well, that's what you say. And I would play also another way that he worded the question. But he said, you know, to pick any hieroglyphic that the ancient Egyptians drew and give the meaning. Because he's focused on those symbols, those glyphs. And he pretends that because we're not there, we don't know what they meant. But we know what a sun is, we know what an ox is, we know what it means. He's a bit confused with the phonetic values, the words, the language, the writing. There's so many things he said I could dwell on, but what's the point? He will dismiss everything you're saying because there are no ancient Egyptians to verify this translation. Do we need someone to verify a son? Do we? Has he ever used the term Medu Has Walter Williams ever used the term Medu How does he know it's Medu Now, there's a thing or two I want to share quickly, then I have some commentary. I did not even check the sound, did I? Okay, loud and clear. So let's listen to this.
I would suggest that you have a great debate with myself, Jonathan Owens, and maybe one other person, maybe a person from the Amir Ra squad, maybe Ujawu, who wrote.
Hold on, Reggie. You're trying to get three people to jump up on Professor Walter Williams?
Yeah,
brother?
Dr. Walter
a
Williams.
91-year-old elder, brother?
Dr.
Oh,
Walter,
come on, brother.
No,
this
Dr. Walter
is looking
Williams.
bad. Hold up, Reggie. You're looking bad, brother.
No.
Why you can't do it by yourself?
Because
one-on-one.
In his time, Dr. And this time, Dr. Walter Williams is a respected and formidable opponent.
You heard Lane Butler. He didn't find anything better to come up with. Live on the air for everybody to see and hear, proposing a debate with Walter Williams opposed to three individuals, including himself, man. Some people are getting lamer by the weeks, lamer by the days. Now, there's one more. Fair beef.
Then why are we arguing over the hieroglyphics? The hieroglyphics has never ever been deciphered and never will be deciphered. I got $1,000 to give to anybody that can decipher the hieroglyphics. Just one symbol, okay? Decipher it, and I'll give you $1,000, and we can end a conversation right at this very moment.
You heard it. Just one symbol. That's for the record. But I told you, brothers and sisters, about those guys, acting like they're ready to put money. Oh, no, not that one. Now, there's one thing that was very interesting. During this conversation, the live stream is still going now. At one point, Sanetta was siding with Walter Williams' views, and he even told Reggie, "No, but you can't." I forgot the word he used, but he was saying that you can't like maybe use decipher it or you can't know the meaning of the symbol. But he said something to that effect. I was looking for it, but the live is still going on, and it's very difficult to find the timestamp. Um, but at one point he did say that, and if somebody want to challenge me on that, then I guess I'll take the time and look for the particular timestamp. And I'm like, this is very strange because Sarnetta actually revealed not long ago that he is a member of Jabari's shrine. So will Sarnetta tell his shrine members that we cannot decipher the Meta Nature? When Jabari was reading from the glyphs, how come he didn't tell Jabari? But we cannot decipher it. We don't know what it means. When he was filming Jeuti Mess, I mean Mfundishi Jeuti Mess, going through the Meta Nature in some museum, how come he didn't say no? You can't decipher it. We don't know the meaning. Even Reg was filmed by Sarnetta in some museum going through the Meta Nature. How come he never said then? No, we don't know. We cannot. And that's very strange. That's extremely strange to me. So once again, we have a case of one person who is right, and all the other scholars in the world are wrong, just because he said so. It's really sad. It's just really, really sad. Those of you who get a chance to speak to him, asking what the letters of our alphabet mean, were not there when they drew them and came up with them. It's an endless game. Talking points. Talking points. And it's just really, 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 really sad. There's so much that could be said, but it's just extremely sad. So at one point, he was like, Walter Williams was saying, that the pictograms are not a language. So now we're going to make distinction between the script and the language. So if I show you some Chinese script and I say this is Chinese, you're going to tell me no, it's not Chinese. This is not the language. So this is a writing for the language. How do we write the language? Walter Williams also said that the ancient Egyptians never wrote a history of themselves. Can you imagine that, brothers and sisters? The ancient Egyptians never wrote a history of themselves. Now, I don't recall because I read the book. I read both his books, and I read them, circa 2008/2009. But some of you might be able to tell me and confirm. Wasn't it Walter Williams who said that the ancient Egyptians never had an army? That they didn't have a standing army? Was it him? So I'll leave it there. I wanted it just to be short. Just that I didn't have much sleep. And I'm working tomorrow morning again. But feel free to holler at the homie, at the elder, and let's see what happens. But if people want to argue that we don't know the meaning of a sun, then it's going to be, but I don't expect any paper. You know, when people say that they offer money, it's just a talking point. It's just a talking point. It's just to sound good. It's like when people say, don't believe me, look it up for yourself. You think the majority of people will go and look it up? You have a lot of, conferences, lectures, and people are here with notepads and making notes. And most of the time, they don't verify anything. So stay safe, stay healthy. And if I'm allowed to by the nature, I would definitely holler back at you. Hotep.
Now, for the record, for those who don't know, I'm giving Medu Nature classes. And here, that's the flyer. Okay? So, those who are interested, feel free to holler at me. If you're not interested, it's cool. But I recommend that everybody who has not yet seen the video, Kemet and Ma'at, Before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, then watch it. It has about 300,000 views and really deserves to have a lot more.
I just want to let everyone know who's listening in now and who's going to listen to this stream in the future. I just had my first Meta Nature class by Brother Shaka today, and I've had other Meta Nature lessons by other teachers, and I can tell you right now, the brother is the best in the game. He is that was one of the best classes I've ever had, ever. So if you're interested in learning the Meta Nature, if you're interested in getting the basics of it, Brother Shaka is an awesome teacher. Get with him, and it's extremely affordable. This brother is giving us his time and his skills, and he's basically giving it away. I mean, I just consider it a donation. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody is interested in learning the Meta Nature, get with this brother right here. He's an awesome teacher. And I'll end with that.
Hotep Senu, Hena Senut. This is Julie, also known as Servant of Yah, and I'm currently taking the Medu Nature classes with Brother Shaka, and it has been an amazing experience. Only 2 lessons so far, and I feel like I've been taking the classes for months, just with the how in depth he goes into the vocabulary words, the construction of the language, the grammar. It's been immeasurable, the experience. And one thing that comes across, hands down, is his extreme passion for teaching this to anyone who is willing to learn and has an interest in learning. So I highly suggest, if you are interested, even a minimal interest, that you subscribe to the classes with Brother Shaka. It's such a nominal amount for how much you get. I know, like, our last class was over 2.5 hours. It felt like 2 minutes, but because that's how, involved you are in what he's teaching and how he teaches and how compassionate he is about what he teaches. Also with sharing materials free of charge, no question, no doubt. It's just what he does. He doesn't have to, but he does. And so I just wanted to give a short testimonial about the class and the effectiveness of the class. And all of that is attested to how studied Brother Shaka is. So I highly recommend anyone with a minimal interest that you do sign up for the Medu Nature class. Hotep.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is Ma'at Forever. Don't forget to watch the video entitled Kemet and Ma'at. Don't forget to share Kemet and Ma'at on my channel on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or other social media that you use. Email, text messages, you name it. Those who wish to donate can do so on paypal.me/Ma'at Forever.